I have to brag on my colleague here for a minute because David Chancellor would never say it himself. But his first profile on local para-Olympian Daniel Velasquez won him, our sports department, and our station an Emmy Award. It was that good. David will tell you that great stories tell themselves, and Daniel Velasquez is a great story. And tonight we are delighted that a year later, we've got part two. Here's David with more.
That was nice, thank you. His story captured the heart of so many and the spirit so many wish they had. Daniel has been told no or he can't so many times in his life he's lost count. Won't live, won't walk, certainly won't play sports. As I said a year ago, Daniel is the true definition of an athlete, and I'm proud to say that after another year of hard work and dedication, my friend is closer than ever to becoming an athlete for Team USA. It's a question I'm guessing Daniel never considered, but what happens when you stop chasing your dream and start living it? So much, and at the same time, so little has changed in a year for Daniel Velasquez. So when we talked with him earlier this month, of course it was on a track because, well, Daniel is always on a track.
I mean, I've put on a bunch of muscle. I would say I couldn't tell with my coaches from what they've seen my growth over the year. Times are improving, I'm getting stronger, and that's all that matters right now.
How much muscle are we talking about?
I couldn't say. I would say not much, but people who see me would say a lot, so who knows?
Let's just put it this way. When you go to the beach, you take your shirt off with pride and kind of walk around?
I'm not embarrassed to take my shirt off. I don't know if pride is the right word.
That's Daniel, both humble and driven, like no athlete I've ever met. The kid who was born with cerebral palsy, who was told he'd never walk, who survived a childhood filled with surgeries and doctor visits, now runs for himself, for those who can't, and in many ways, above all else, he now runs for his school. That alone is a sentence he thought he'd never hear, but one he certainly earned.
You have a goal and you do whatever it takes to get it done, and so some people look at that and say, you know, wow, that's amazing and this is great, and it is, but at the same time it's just part of the routine and part of the whole goal for me.
Daniel is a college athlete, a member of UT Arlington's Paralympic track team. In fact, he's the only member.
I'm the first recruit for their Paralympic program, and so basically I'm the only one there, and they focus solely on me right now. My job right now is to train and compete for them and wear their shirt, and then when I get back home it's recruit, get more people out there, and we're really trying to build the program.
You're a trendsetter. You're a pioneer.
I wouldn't say that. I just knew what I wanted to do when I got to college, and so I found a way to do that.
No one who knows Daniel is surprised. The first time we met, he was training in a garage. It was a small step to a much bigger goal, to earn a spot on the U.S. Paralympic team. And although he is still chasing that dream, he does wear the red, white, and blue.
I'm on the USA U23 national team, so that's kind of the stepping stone to the big leagues and the big national team.
Daniel's passion, his focus is the 100 and 200 meters, but apparently he's pretty good at the long jump too. Record-breaking good.
I got the long jump as well, and though that's not an international event, I have the American record in that, so I'm always trying to break that and press the envelope as far as distance goes on that. Right now I'm currently trying to make the USA Paralympic Pan American team, which is the national team that will compete in the Pan American Games this coming August in Toronto. I'm really close to making that. I just have to put in the work and make sure that I do my part on my end. If I don't get selected, that's out of my hands, but I got to make sure that I'm prepared and ready to go for that as well.
Like I said, the more things change for Daniel, the more he stays the same. Win or lose, he never sees failure, never accepts no. Simply put, according to his family, Daniel has spent a lifetime turning his so-called disability into endless possibilities.
I've used your phrase, differently abled, 50 times since I heard it that day in that garage.
When people say you're disabled, I say, yeah, I am, but I mean, I'm on the track. I do things differently. I prefer differently able. That's kind of my motto. When I get a car, you know, I'm gonna use hand controls, but I still drive. I'm still able to do stuff like that. I still walk around, run, do things. I'm differently able.
All you ever wanted to do and be was quote unquote normal.
Yeah.
And you and I both kind of hate that phrase,
yeah.
but We use it for lack of better words.
Right.
Do you have a normal college life?
Oh yeah, I've got great friends. I've got a good roommate, and as normal as it can get. You know, as normal as training 2 times a day can be, and juggling classes with, you know, traveling schedules. But I feel like a normal college student, so I would say what I do kind of has a purpose beyond me. Like last year going into it, it's all about me. What can I do to make Rio? What can I do to make Tokyo? And now that people are seeing it, like what I do matters. The decisions I'm making now, it affects other people. The performances I'm putting in hopefully affects other people in a positive way. So, you know, I've kind of had time to look over it, and you know, it's not about me anymore. It's about other people as well.
That closing picture that you just saw was taken yesterday in Holland at the World Junior Games. Think about that. 2 years ago, he dreamed what it would be like to represent the USA. This week, in fact, later today, he will wear the red, white, and blue, competing in 5 events. There is simply nothing he can't do, which is bad news for us, because he is studying broadcast journalism at UT Arlington, which means in 5 years, he's not only coming for my job, he's coming for Don's job, too.